As far as there exists high probability of the capitalistic financial system collapse, it is fundamentally necessary to initiate economic restructuring without delay, before the collapse events occur. Any pre-collapse measures will lower the economic impact of the collapse. Any pre-collapse measures will be more efficient as post-collapse measures. The fundamental importance has to be assigned to the continuity of the real economic process. As far as the money is fundamentally virtual value, the fundamentally invalid capitalistic financial system extremely virtualized the real economic process, falsified economical, cultural and societal values, and the impact of the collapse will be directly proportional to the level of individual economy virtualization. It is important to lower the virtualization level before the collapse, to preserve real non-virtual economic relations and cooperation, and continuity of real economic process. This means that as much as possible, virtually dependent economic relations must be replaced with real economic relations. This relates to all economical subjects, including the institutions of the states. Society must mobilize its cultural, intellectual and scientific potential, independently of the political power, to lower the impact of collapse. Governments, whether existing or new, must prepare devirtualization measures, including legislative control and processing. Political representations must fully comprehend that the capitalistic financial system cannot be repaired, and it must be replaced. It is important to initiate appropriate politically independent international conferences and councils, assuming that collapse events are highly probable, and civilization is globally destabilized. As far as ownership, representing economic properties of any economical subject, generally including abilities or knowledge of economic subject, ownership is fundamental economical value. Request of real economic process continuity is equivalent to request of continuity of real economical values ownership. To preserve continuity of real economic process, it is highly important to preserve ownership of economic subjects, repair ownership of economic subjects damaged by virtualization of economic systems, or initiate ownership of economic subjects. Sharp expression of economic collapse is when ownership in real economic process is annihilated. The real economic relations will break down, the real economic process will stop, and society will collapse. As far as the economy is financial system dependent, financial collapse is equivalent to economic collapse. Valid, true and realistic logical constraints must lead to valid solution of the problem. Valid, true and realistic constraints will expose the invalid components and relations in the system. Valid, true and realistic constraints can be collected by valid, true and realistic priorities of desired output of solution. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is free. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.